48 hours back, he was sentenced to 5 years in jail for culpable homicide after he ran over and killed a man while driving way back in 2002. But in ours, Salman Khan was granted interim bail, and today, just 2 days later, his sentence was suspended, which means that he'll remain out on bail while the High Court takes another look at this case sometime in July. It's taken more than 12 years for Salman Khan to have been convicted, a few hours for him to get interim bail, and 2 days for the sentence to be suspended. What does this say about our system? The question we are asking tonight: no jail for Salman Khan. Are there double standards on the process of bail? Joining us now to look at this, the senior advocate Mahesh Jethmalani. Nikhil Wagle, the senior journalist, also joins us. Zafar Sareshwala, he's a close friend of Salman Khan's family. Nasser Abdullah with us as well. Rahul Roy joins us. And Nafisa Ali over here with me in the studio. Anil Dharkar, the columnist, joins us in a few moments. Mr. Wagle, let me come to you first. 48 hours back, here was a man who was convicted. He was going to jail in a couple of hours. After that, he got his interim bail. 2 days later, 30,000 rupees he had to furnish. He's furnished that. He's completely free. What does this say about the process of justice in our country? Irrespective of whether he is innocent or not, that's a separate issue. But this case has gone on for 12 years, and in 2 days, he's out on bail. Its sentence has been suspended.
Yeah, Vikram. Vishnu. I think we cannot object to bail for Salman, because bail is a right and jail is an exception in this country according to law. But if you have money, if you can appoint big lawyers, you can get bail with super fast speed. That has been proven in this case today. And this is a sad commentary on our judicial system.
Mr. Jethmalani, out of 3.81 lakh prisoners across India, 2.5 lakh are under trials. These are people who didn't have the facility that Salman Khan had to get out. Isn't it sad that it's bail for the rich and jail for the poor?
No, Vishnu, I think, listen, you can't categorize all cases with, together, because the under trials you are talking about may be facing trial for a myriad number of different offences. For instance, there be murder, rape, etc., etc. Now, it's very difficult to get bail in those cases. So, under trials are languishing there because their bail has been rejected and their trials are still pending disposal. Salman Khan was guilty in an accident case where, generally speaking, bail is granted after a few days. I think Salman must have been arrested in this queue for a few days, and then he was released on bail. Right? Initially, the charge must have been only 304A of negligence, and then they put the culpable homicide case. Now, the fact that the trial has taken a long time is a terrible comment on our system. Nobody can deny that. But, that's part of a systemic delay. It's endemic. And we all hope that the executive does something to improve
Mr. Jethmalani, the point that I was trying to raise, and I understand what you're trying to say, that you can't club all of these under trial cases together. But it's also a fact that many under trials spend more time in jail as an under trial than they would have had to had they had their maximum sentence. And a lot of these people don't have high-flying lawyers to bail them out. It's a problem in our system, isn't it? It's a huge problem.
No, that's not the case. You see, most of those people who are still languishing in jail, most of them, I'm not making exceptions, there may be a few more exceptions than are good for the system, but most of them are for much more serious offences than accident cases, where the normal rule is jail and not bail. Now, in a case of an accident, the normal rule is after some time you get bail and you're on bail pending trial. Now, once you're on bail pending trial and the trial takes 12 years, you have a statutory right of appeal. It's not as if once you're convicted, life is over for you. I mean, you're in jail. You have a statutory right of one appeal in case the lower court goes wrong. Okay. So you exercise that appeal, and again the Supreme Court has held in offences which are punishable with 7 years or less, the appeal should generally be admitted unless there are exceptional circumstances militating against that. And once the appeal is admitted, the sentence imposed by the lower court should be stayed again unless there are overwhelming circumstances militating against it. Now, that's the system. Okay. That's the law, and it's quite good law. Now, that's just one last final point. This High Court judge has done a very sensible thing. He's upheld the law as laid down by the Supreme Court as he was bound to. But what he has done is, I understand that this trial has taken a very long time. So, while granting him bail, I'm making sure that the question of his guilt or innocence is decided in June itself, immediately after the vacation.
Okay, well, let's see if that finally happens. Nitin Wagle, you had a quick point before I go across to my other panelists. Yes?
Yeah, I have only one line to say.
Yes.
Thousands of prisoners languish in jail because they cannot furnish their bail bond of 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. They are so poor that they cannot engage a good lawyer. That is the problem of the system.
Nafisa Ali, 2 days ago, here's what the judge said.
I know,
Salman Khan did not wait for the police. He hid himself until arrest. He didn't visit victims in hospital. He was a regular on that route. He should have known that this sort of thing, that there were people on the pavement there who would frequently sleep over there. Today, he was waving to his fans, right? We can't make a commentary on, this isn't to criticize the judgment or him getting bail. That's not the purpose of it. But for 12 years, there has been no justice in this particular case. It's a fact that that one man died. There were 4 others who were injured. And today we've got a superstar waving at his fans as if it's all over. It just doesn't seem right, does it?
Well, it is his right, and the court has done justice to what the justice system is all about. That's the greatness of Indian democracy and our legal system. And what Mahesh Jethmalani said is so true. I think the important part here is that the government should, as Mahesh also says, and every legal expert has said, appoint more judges, clear these old pending cases. Those who deserve to be out, let them go. Don't let people languish in jail, and don't make an example of Salman. Okay. Salman has whatever it is, the court will decide. But the media must not go behind this case as if
he's guilty.
Because no, the court will decide whatever it has to decide. But let's work for the innocents, the voiceless, those who are languishing in jails. Let the legal system work.
What about those who are languishing because they were driven over by his vehicle and weren't paid any money?
No, please. There was 19.5 lakhs was given for the compensation. Do you know that they have not released the funds to that lady?
Yes.
Because they don't have evidence, they say that you don't have any proof.
Absolutely.
That you don't you find that disgusting?
Isn't that disgusting?
Isn't it wrong?
That's terrible.
And
because the people today, when journalists ask
that's why I'm
those
angry.
people who
How
were
can
run
you do
over,
that?
how do you feel? Do you want this man behind bars? They say all we want is compensation at this stage.
And
so that's another
the
failure.
That's
another failure.
On this money that is with 12 years in banks or wherever they are. And what about the constable? Please, one point here. There was a constable who was the key witness, and then the poor man gets TB. He's from the police. What was the police doing in not curing of TB?
Well, a lot of people say that he was under intense pressure.
No, but
he was under
not
intense
cured
pressure.
of
He was
TB.
not. His dying words were apparently he wants to meet the police commissioner. He never got to meet the police commissioner. Till the very end, he maintained his position.
No, but you can't.
Ma'am, this was the person who actually said that Salman Khan was guilty. He was the man who was driving the car.
Nobody in our country must die of TB.
Ma'am, what are you saying?
My issue is, he is a police constable. It is the duty of the police to have cared for him, given him the DOTS program 6 to 9 months, cured him of TB, and not allowed him to be left on the road. And in a pitiful state, eventually, in the last days, he was taken to a hospital.
It's very sad what happened to that man.
This is wrong.
But ma'am, this is the man who said that Salman Khan is guilty.
I'll tell you something else, personal experience. Police have a strange way of...
no, ma'am, this is the man who said that...
I'm telling you a case. There is, a friend of mine's daughter was in sort of an accident, and the police constable comes to my house. She was not in the accident, she was in the car. And he says, no, I know you were driving, because he wanted to make money.
Let me just go across one more time. I want to go back to Nikhil Wagle. We're talking about this one policeman who till the day he died maintained that Salman Khan is guilty. Today, whatever his statement was, 2 days ago, it appeared to have been the truth. The judge had relied on his statements in making that judgment. Today, what would the family of that man, or if he was alive today, what would he have felt? This is the man who, till the moment he died, said Salman Khan was behind the
No,
wheel.
he retracted his statement too.
Under duress is what the argument
Yeah.
is.
No,
Mr.
whose
Wagle?
duress?
Yeah. Vishnu, the most tragic part of this case is this Ravindra Patil, Constable Ravindra Patil, who was on the duty of Salman Khan's security. He was part of Mumbai police force, and Mumbai police totally failed in protecting him. He was harassed, he ran away from the home, he got TB, he sat on the footpath like a beggar. Police catch him, police arrested him and put him in jail. He almost gone mad